So we're going to make our first card using this beautiful box. It's the Sentiment Edgeables number 44. The sub boxes are absolutely stunning, and this one won't fail to please. It's absolutely beautiful. We're going to be doing one of these cards. So it's sort of a standard card, if you like. So using one of the 4x6 card blanks that you're getting in the kit, we're going to be using 2 of the edgeable dies that are in here, and then just showing how we do the mat and layering and creating an impactful but simple card. So let's pop these pieces to the side, and then we'll get our first piece of cards. So taking one of those card blanks, and we're going to use the dies. So I have got the dies and the stamps, so we're going to do a bit of stamping, but we're going to cut these dies into our card. So what we have this beautiful one, such a lovely die, this one, and it's a nice big die as well. Now this has been specifically made to go across your actual card here. Now what we've got is an edgeable which only cuts from here all the way around the bottom and to this edge here. So you can see we've got, if I place it down, we've got a little lip on the side. Now these 2 little marks means that that's where you put them to the side to make sure you get that great edge. This bit here has not got a cutting edge, so it will stay inside your card. And all we're going to do is place it down to the side here. You've got a square edge on each end, which makes it really fit particularly well on these card blanks, and we're just going to put it right to the bottom edge on each one, and that will give us a straight line going over the top. Now I am going to use some low tack tape, so we're going to pop that into place so we know that that's not going to move when we put it through our die cutting machine. So just using that die, I'm going to bring in my plates and we will run that through. Now these dies will fit through your Gemini Junior machine, or you can use your Gemini like I'm doing. So we're just going to run that through our machine, and we're then going to get onto the next bit, because we're going to do a couple of different die cuttings. Now you could do them both together, or you could do them apart like I'm doing, but I would sort of recommend doing them separately. That way you know that you're getting that precision edge every single time. So let's take that one out, and you'll see that this is cut absolutely beautiful. So you get that gorgeous edge, and this tiny bit of the side here, all I'm going to do is take my little snips, and we're just going to take that piece away there. And that's going to create our first piece of our card going down. Then what we want to do, we want to create the next piece of our card. So we want to then bring in our special friend that's going to be cut across the top. So we'll bring that die in. Now what's great about these dies is you've actually got 2 words as well. Well, 3 words if you think, 4 words, sorry, if you think that they're separated. But your happy birthday, all the letters will come out of there, and then you've got that special friend. So we're going to use the special friend. Now this one has been designed to work perfectly well with that shape. So can you see going round the whole of that? I mean, it's very clever design. So we're going to place that back onto our Gemini, and then I'm going to use again some low tack tape just to bring that out and stick that one into place. So just popping that right, so edge to edge again, bringing that in, putting your low tack tape on there, and then we can just put that through our die cutting machine. So as simple as that. Now you can use your Gemini Junior, Gemini Mini, your MIDI. They will fit through the Mini, but you will have to just have a slim piece of card, which will be 3 inches by 6 inches. But they do work in all your die cutting machines. So let's bring that one out, and that will show how beautiful that one has cut. Now all those letters you can see have stayed in that die, so if you want to then put this onto a separate one, you can use all those letters, which look really great. And then you can see we've got our special friend cut through there. Now the next thing we want to do, we want to bring in some of the papers and the different elements. So what I'm going to do, I've trimmed down some, let me just grab my blue card. So I've trimmed down our blue card, which we're going to place right in the center, so that then will make this highlight a bit more. We're actually going to attach this to here as well, but the first thing I want to show you is I'm going to bring in some of our other cardstock. So I've got some of this beautiful pink and some of the gorgeous blue colour. And I'm also going to be bringing in this dye as well, because once you bring in your dye, let me just make sure we've got all our bits together. When you bring in this dye, we're going to use this as sort of like a template for our pink, because I want this one to go underneath our card. So if you think about the actual size of this going round here, I want my piece of pink card to go around there. So what I recommend is you could use your craft knife, and I'm just hoping I've got one at hand, yes. Use your craft knife to go round there. So I'm going to put that straight on the side. Now, because a knife is metal and your die is metal, you're actually cutting metal to metal. So if you just go around here, you're actually creating a border which you can then cut out, and then you just turn that round on the other side. So I'm just going to bend that round and then come round on this side, and then again just metal to metal, holding that in place. If you haven't got a glass mat, get yourself a glass mat, because it doesn't take anything to cut through, because it's a hard surface. It's really easy then to cut through. And then I'm just going to trim that down, and that gives you your matten layer, so you've got that to stick underneath, and that fills in your actual piece effortlessly, and you can see we get that beautiful pink pop coming through. So let's pop that to the side, and then again we can do exactly the same thing when doing the tops of our cards. So I'm going to bring in our papers. So I've done the same here with some pattern papers, but what we've done this time is I've squared the square piece up, and then we've popped that round on the right way, round there, and I've done exactly the same to create that. And then again I've done the same but made it a little bit smaller so we can do our mats and layers onto there. So let's bring all these out the way, and then we can pop our card together. So we're going to bring in that beautiful blue, and I'm going to use my tape pen to put that into place. Now I'm using a tape pen and a dotty tape pen, because I want to be able to adhere the word here onto that piece, that strip that we've done, and the dotty tape pen is the easiest thing to use. So bringing that round, placing that on the inside of our card. So I'm doing this slightly different to my card, because I want to use that as the front of my card, and then we're going to pop this into place. So using this one to come round, again adding that adhesive to glue that in place. These edgeables are great for creating a completely different edge, and there's something really nice about a curved edge. It's sort of quite pleasing to the eye. So bringing that round, adding that extra piece of glue over, and then we can mat and layer those colours. And it doesn't matter what papers you use, they're all going to look beautiful. And then we're just going to bring in this one, which is going to go over the top. Check I've got it the right way. So over this side. But this time what we're going to do is we're going to use, just going to find myself a scrap piece of paper, just so we can put those dots on along here. And that way that will all adhere to that beautiful pink card. Just putting it where we need it. And then bringing that to the side. And then we can pop that over to cover. And that will fit perfectly. And then that gives us our special friend card. And then all we need to do is take our stamp set. So taking that stamp set and just choose whatever you want here. Now, because I've got special friend, I want to find to a very special friend. So we can pop that down. We're going to use a little bit of card and then just stamp that out. Just find myself a piece of white card. Find the biggest sheet that I could find, but we can trim that down. And all I'm going to use for that is my rocker blocks. So we're going to bring our rocker blocks in and use that to stamp down. And you can use any ink pad. I'm just using my Noir Black. Pop that into place. Stamp that one down. There's a lovely font on this one, really nice font. Put that into place. You can see they stamp beautifully, and then all I've done here is I've just mounted it onto some pink card, and we're going to use that to put onto our design. So there we go. We're going to put our sentiment onto here. Going to bring that card round, and this is just one of the things you can make using that beautiful sub box number 44.